So, it's talking about Cal. How was that recruiting the process for you personally?
Yeah, the recruiting process, back then, obviously, we didn't have social media with, the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Twitter. So it wasn't as chaotic. I wasn't as accessible as a lot of these young people are today. But it was still, I guess, chaotic in the sense of, getting a ton of letters, the phone calls, whether it's at high school, coaches coming up to the school. Because at that time, I was a five-star athlete and, highly recruited nationally, from schools as far as Miami, the Hurricanes when they were hot. You think about Texas, the USC's, and so I had a lot of interest, and so it was crazy, enjoyable. I think because my mom and my uncle did a great job of creating a bubble and keeping people at bay, and so I was able to enjoy the process. Um, but obviously in the end, made the decision to go to Cal, and mainly because it's crazy. I actually wanted to go to Stanford, right? Because that is just a different, especially from a kid from Oakland, that would have just been walking into a different space, environment, and different people. Because I grew up in Oakland and lived right down the street from Berkeley, so I was familiar with that. Stanford was like kind of like this shiny thing on top of the hill across the bay. So I actually decided to go there at first, but didn't get admitted, and then end up going to Cal as my second choice, which obviously looking back, blessings across the board as far as the people I met in the experience that I had there and being connected with that university, and how even on the football field after that first year, this went two different paths. And so it was a great decision and a great, really God moving, through some adversity, what I thought was being adversity as far as rejection, put me in a better spot where I should be.
Definitely, man. So, along your college career, man, is there a moment that stands out to you that you feel that God blessed you the most?
I don't know if there was one moment. I mean, I think about people and the opportunity that we did. Because I mean, I think about Justin Forsett on a personal note. He was a younger player than me, and he was a Christian as well. And the way he walked his faith in a college atmosphere, being a student athlete, being a top tier prospect, and just the way he handled himself, the way you can see God moving in his life really meant a lot to me, and it was starting to plant the seeds in my life. I had believed in God at that time, but I wasn't a follower in college. And so, and to see somebody that young and have that type of relationship with Christ that you can then see out the way he lived his life, the discipline, the character, the servitude that he presented every single day was really cool to see. And then the progress from a team perspective, going from 1-11 my freshman year, and then all of the work, the process, the practices, the determination, the building and of coming together within a team. And when I left, being 10-2 and number 5 in the country. So just that entire process to really see what it took to become I guess legitimate and from the outside. But a lot of those guys that were on that 11-5 team were also on that 10-2 team. And so the talent didn't really change, but the process and the way we looked at the game changed. And so we were just more impactful as we went through that process under Coach Jeff Tefford's leadership. So
Yeah,
those are probably like the two ones that kind of pop out. I'm pretty sure if I thought a little bit more, there would be some other ones. But from a relationship, individual standpoint, Justin Forsett by far, and then just the process that team went through and the transformation that took place over my 4-year stint with the Cal Bears.